KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Finish Line Express is now open at Cars Plus in Mighty. The state-of-the-art car wash is now open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
A search underway tonight for a serial burglar and thief. KUAM covering a couple of incidences caught on camera. Police asking the public for help.
Plus, thousands of dollars worth of stolen camera gear a local professional photographer takes to social media in hopes to find the thief.
And a workshop to protect our green spaces. Find out how you can get involved and even make money while protecting our precious land.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, manhunt underway for a serial burglar and thief. Investigators were able to review video surveillance to bring them one step closer to catching him.
Juliana Hernandez joins us now with the details. Jules?
Nick and Des, police issued this wanted flyer today asking the community to help them locate 33-year-old Peter Tetautel Ogo Jr. He is wanted in multiple thefts and burglaries. At least 2 KUAM reported were caught on camera. The latest incident happening at the church property in Toto around 5:30 Saturday morning. 30 seconds into the surveillance video, a white sedan with the green door pulled into the parking lot. About 3 minutes in, Ogo seen allegedly walking on the property. Another angle shows him walking around the church offices, and about 10 minutes later, here he is again jumping off the roof, caught red-handed, allegedly taking the solar lights, then running away. Rewind to February 15th, KUAM brought you this story of a man going into the iMart in Dedido. The burglar is caught on the store's cameras rummaging through the place before taking off with more than $3,000 worth of phone cards and $1,200 worth in cigarettes. Investigators believe this too is Ogo. Detectives collecting fingerprints from the scene. Ogo is also believed to have been involved in a number of school burglaries and a recent burglary reported at a home in Manilao. His crime spree now forcing police to turn to the community for help. Now Ogo is no stranger to local authorities. His criminal history goes back to 2005 with nearly a dozen cases against him, charging him with burglary, robbery, and theft. Records show he was released from prison in May 2021. Again, if you recognize this man, Peter Ogo Jr., you are asked to call Guam Police at 671-475-8615-7. Police warn, if you spot him, do not approach. Nick and Des.
All right, Jules, good job with that report. We've got an update on the death of the 5-month-old found dead inside a Tamuning apartment. Guam Police Department Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio confirming the autopsy results with KUAM, saying baby boy Mark died from an unspecified virus.
The 5-year-old death investigation leads us to come that the child died of natural causes. In discussing with Dr. 9, we discovered that the baby had a virus, which led to the death.
Ignacio adding there was no foul play. The results have been given to the child's parents. You may recall it was last Thursday. Officers responded to the RC apartments in Tamuning where the child was found lifeless. Our hearts and prayers go out to his family.
Now to a theft in Tumon. A local professional photographer is offering a cash reward in hopes anyone can help him find the camera equipment and drone stolen from his car.
Thieves making off with the gear worth thousands of dollars.
You may be familiar with his work.
I'm just having a lot of fun doing it. Meeting a lot of people, doing it, and just making those kind of connections.
Kyle Blas is the man behind the lens for the clothing brand Crowns. He also does professional photography. Blas was fresh off their trip to the Chamorro Cultural Festival in San Diego and at a gathering at a bar in Tucumán on Saturday night when the unexpected occurred.
This was after a gig, so I had my equipment or camera equipment in the back of my car, and as I was at the gathering, left it in the car.
His car targeted by thieves.
There was no forced entry in the car, but so I might have accidentally left it unlocked. And then it wasn't until the next morning that I got to my office and went to retrieve my equipment from the back of my car that I noticed it was gone.
Blas reported the theft to Guam police.
It's a big setback, but fortunately, I do take the precautions of insuring my gear. So it's just a little bit of a setback having to go through the process of going through the insurance and the proper police records to be able to get that gear back.
He also took to social media offering a cash reward. The stolen items, he says, worth $6 to $7 grand.
So there's going to be 2 camera bodies, a drone, and various camera accessories. Just want the stuff back so I can continue doing what I love to do.
Anyone with information is asked to report it to Guam police, or you can message Blas on Instagram at KyoBLVS.
It's a response to what many in the community see as an alarming rise in property crimes and violence. Senators heard testimony Tuesday on a bill to authorize caning as a way to punish criminals instead of just putting them in jail.
While some sympathized with the reasons behind the measure, no one testified in support of it. Nestor Lecanto with more.
Madam Speaker. Sponsor Senator Dwayne Sinicola says he came up with the idea during a trip to Singapore, where caning, he says, has been an effective tool in lowering the crime rate. But his inspiration goes back further. As a 12-year-old, he saw news reports of the horrific rape slaying of a 16-year-old girl in Guam and vowed that someday he would try and stop something like that from ever happening again.
It was a very brutal murder. And that stuck with my head, stuck in my head for the longest time. And I said that if I ever had a chance to make this right and to prevent crimes like this from happening to our people, that I will do it.
But among those against the measure was Acting Chief Prosecutor Heather Zona.
We understand that this bill reflects a general frustration the general public has with the increased crime on Guam and the way in which citizens have been victimized. While we appreciate the current bill has spurred a lot of discussion as to how to address crime in Guam, and that's a conversation that we welcome, there are many concerns with the introduction of corporal punishment. The Office of the Attorney General does not support this bill.
She adds that no evidence has been shown that caning will reduce crime or recidivism, and it hasn't been used in the U.S. in 50 years. UOG social work student Jeremiah Aldan also spoke out against it.
Rather than the bill being a remedy for crimes, it has the potential to cause offenders some sort of physical, mental, and emotional trauma. Even with the counseling being provided post-caning, this type of punishment could be severe and traumatic.
And Senator Tello Taitigui said not only can it be considered a violation of human rights, it's also unconstitutional.
Well, in 1990, the Supreme Court addressed the issue of corporal punishment as a form of judicial sentencing in a case in the United States versus Thierry. In this case, the defendant was sentenced to be whipped as part of the punishment. The Supreme Court upheld the defendant's conviction, but held that the use of corporal punishment was prohibited under the 8th Amendment.
The 8th Amendment, which protects against cruel and unusual punishment. Nestor Lecanto, KUAM News.
Thanks, Nestor. The stage is set for arguments before the Guam Supreme Court on the local abortion law. The High Court will decide if the 1990 statute of banning abortions can take effect. Chief Justice Robert Torres announcing how the oral arguments set for May 10th will be heard.
We have met as a panel and we have decided that we will allow the governor 30 minutes at oral argument. We'll allow the Attorney General 30 minutes. We will allow the legislature 15 minutes. We will allow AAPI Robert Klitsky, represented by Brad Huseman, 10 minutes. And the remaining AAPI 10 minutes to split amongst themselves.
Attorney General Doug Moylan has filed suit to lift a 1990 injunction that prohibits the abortion ban law from being implemented. This follows last year's U.S. Supreme Court ruling that overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade decision that made abortion legal across the country. Another attempt to rid the primary elections. Senator Roy Kinata introducing Bill 95 to remove the primary, saying it's to create a more inclusive political system and save taxpayers money.
The senator also thinking of the candidates in this proposal, stating the legislature would limit access to those who buy the election with money and influence. Kinata believing that doing away with the primary would, as he says, bring us one step closer towards creating a simpler electoral system on Guam. Firefighters responding to a house fire in Dededo midday today.
Guam fire officials responding to a home along West Santa Barbara Avenue. A wood and metal extension was covered in flames. The home suffering major smoke damage, but crews were able to put it out within 20 minutes. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
We'll have more news in a moment. Of course, a half a day to all our viewers now watching on our exclusive local channel on Peacock.
Catch us in all your favorite shows on peacocktv.com/local. We've got that QR code on your screen as well. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Watch KUAM TV 8 live on Peacock. Check out our live channel, NBC shows, live sports original programming, movies, plus so much more. Visit peacocktv.com/local or download the app and subscribe today.
Dude, KFC's Double Down is back?
Double down, double, double, double down. Chicken, chicken, bacon, chicken, chicken, cheese. Double down, double, double, double down.
Buy a Double Down on the KFC app until March 18th for early beta access to Diablo 4.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York pizza offers a big, bold taste that's a Guam favorite. It's handmade with 16 inches of foldable crust, a sweet marinara sauce, and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, classic New York pizza is only $10.99 for carryout. Bring together your family and friends for a classic New York pizza party. Each pizza is just $10.99 for carryout. Classic New York pizza. So close, you can taste it. Only at your island Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to Primetime. A CNMI senator is back on Saipan after attending gaming conferences in Manila and San Diego.
She's defending the trip facing public criticism amid the Commonwealth's deficit. Regional correspondent Tomas Minglotnia reports.
I would like to clarify that the trips, both trips, were not junket at all. This was completely arranged by myself. You know, I didn't have anyone pay for the trip. I paid everything out of my own pocket.
After House lawmakers held a press conference defending their trip to Manila to attend a gaming conference, Senator Corina Magofnia is speaking out and doing the same, including for a trip she made to San Diego for another gaming convention right after traveling to the Philippines. She says she's preparing to publicly release her trip report.
I will be reimbursing myself. It is, after all, a business trip for the benefit of the people. As the chairwoman for gaming and economic development, I felt that it was necessary to do something about it.
After attending both summits, she says industry experts agree that the NMI should revoke the exclusive casino license, issue multiple licenses for smaller scale gaming, and have stricter regulations and actually enforce them.
It is quite obvious that the casino industry is not going to be feasible here on island. So since we still have the casino law intact in place, I'm pretty sure we may have to amend the law.
The senator told KUAM that the trip confirmed the committee's discussions to pivot away from the casino industry and adopt a hybrid of Puerto Rico's model and the Indian gaming concept. She explains it's to focus on integrated resorts with gaming as an amenity and using the Indian gaming concept where our people will become stakeholders.
Puerto Rican model is basically a small casino operating inside a hotel. So they're not necessarily, the casino doesn't necessarily own the hotel like how AAPI was, moving forward with.
She says she still needs to meet with gaming committee members to get on the same page after some of them declined to go on the trip. Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
New data collected by the National Women's Law Center highlights a major wage gap for Asian Americans and Pacific Islander women in 2023. The National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum sharing the new figures, which compares how much women in those ethnic groups make for every dollar compared to white men.
Chamorros fall in the middle of the wage rank, making 65 cents for every dollar. Hawaiians rank even lower at 61 cents, and Filipinos earn 79% for every dollar. Nepalese and Bangladesh women wages ranked last for making just 48 cents for every dollar. On average, they say AAPI women earn white non-Hispanic men. The study notes the AAPI women are often the primary earners for their families and live in multi-generational households. You don't normally see teachers being the anxious ones in a crowded room, but there were definitely some nerves this morning at the Cars Plus showroom in Mighty. A dozen of the island's most outstanding public school system teachers gathering anxiously as 6 were announced as finalists for the coveted 2024 GDOE Teacher of the Year Award.
So your finalists are Maria Therese Patricio from Finagayan Elementary School, Joy James Atta from George Washington High School. Also from GW is Luke Jared Tatautau, JFK's Colette Beausoleil, Dr. Aldrin J. Kajigal from Liguan Elementary School, and Jonalyn St. Nicholas from Maria Ujoa Elementary School rounded out the final 6. They move on to the next phase of assessment, with the winner to be announced at a virtual gala on May 7th right here on KUAM. If you missed today's live stream coverage on the announcement, stay put because an encore broadcast is coming up right after primetime.
Good luck to all those educators there.
Well, are you a private landowner wanting to protect green spaces? If you own land that's not developable because of the terrain, or if you don't have an heir to pass it down to, Guam's Forest Legacy program may be an option for you.
Agriculture's forestry and soil resources officials hosting a workshop throughout this week to hear the community's voices. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
Whether it's protecting ecosystems, fish and wildlife habitats, watersheds, or endangered flora and fauna, privately owned lands can contribute to conservation efforts. It's why the Guam Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Soil Resources Division is hosting a Forest Legacy workshop throughout this week. Forestry Division Chief Christine Farron says it's a community meeting to discuss what Guam's Forest Legacy program could mean for private forest landowners.
There are many family properties where they probably will never build. And it could be perhaps just, again, the terrain, right? The topography alone makes it the cost too great for a family to be able to build upon. Maybe bringing infrastructure in could be the challenge. Or maybe there are no more family members on island that want to have anything to do with the property.
Whether landowners want a permanent conservation easement or to sell the land for conservation uses, she says the workshop is the place for the community to freely discuss what they want to do with their land.
If the property is there and you can't ever build on it, because maybe you're by a wetland, maybe you're by a cliff line, maybe, whatever the maybe is, but you want to do something. This could be a way to keep your property and be paid to keep it green.
Catch the first workshop happening tonight at the Jigo Senior Center from 5:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. But if you can't make it tonight, there's another workshop on April 13th at the Nalahan Community Center at 5:30 p.m. and on April 15th at the Mangilao Senior Center at 10 o'clock a.m. Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Thanks, Suki. Now to a sight to see just in time for Wednesday night market.
High school students recently unveiling their mural at the Chamorro Village Main Pavilion in Hagåtña. The mural is part of the Commission on Decolonization's Fenhita Manhoben Decolonization Through the Arts Youth Conference held in September last year. Commission on Decolonization Executive Director Melvin Wanpap Borja says project was a way for the organization to engage with the island's youth, focusing on conversations dealing with political status, self-determination, and decolonization through art and music.
We made sure that we had opportunities for the young people to come and meet with others who are willing to organize, help share some organizational strategy with them, but also to support them in their work.
Notre Dame High School senior Maria Sol Marquez is the mural director, and Gianni Lota, a junior at Science is Fun and Awesome Learning Academy Charter School, is the assistant director.
I still feel like even now when we look at the way that Guam, I guess, is branded and the way that we're illustrated, a lot of the plants and the people, and even the kind of stories that we try to tell, don't exactly highlight, they aren't always accurate, and sometimes they, don't really give the dignity and the time that it takes to understand things.
With Serena, for example, who is one of the people on the mural, a lot of times in media she's thin, she's light, she's just not where she comes from. But if you look at her now, she has an actual body of a regular person, and then it exhibits how we actually are rather than what someone else thinks that we are, what someone else says that we are.
About 60% of the mural was painted by high school volunteers, some familiar faces there, of course. They will be getting community service learning hours for their work. You can check out the mural right now at the Chamorro Village's main pavilion in Hagåtña. Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view captured today of Pleasure Island down in Tumon from our Jacob Sablon.
Thursday will bring partly cloudy skies, 20% chance of and a 20% chance of isolated showers.
What rediscover the depths of our island abundance is to go beyond these shallows into that deeper water and rediscover the abundance that we do have on our island.
The theme of the conference, Rediscovering the Depths of Our Island Abundance, could not have been more fitting.
There's a tremendous amount of collaboration here. Collaboration innovation is really what the goal is of this conference.
Mickey D's McCrispy, formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
To our technical director, Jake Sablon, don't fumble just yet. Welcome to KUAM Sports. Let's see what our partners at Clutch Guam have in store for us today.
Here's the final score.
We got a touchdown there for us.
Awesome. Well, don't go away. We'll be right back.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's see if you can keep up with the beat, y'all, y'all. Take a seat, y'all, y'all. Time to feast, y'all, y'all. Then let's see what you can really do for me, y'all, y'all. Crab legs, duck eggs, bon appetit, y'all, y'all. And another round of drinks, can't even speak, though. Can't keep my eyes off his precious cheese, and I thought I saw work, was that for me, y'all, 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 y'all. RSVP, are you gonna be there with me? RSVP, y'all, y'all, y'all.
The wait is over, Guam. The all-new state-of-the-art car wash is now open at Cars Plus. Introducing Finish Line Express, open 7 days a week. The all-new cashless drive-through car wash is also the largest car wash on island that can accommodate vehicles such as lifted Jeeps and full-size pickup trucks. Just roll up, pick a wash, insert credit card, or show your EverWash app, and roll through. Plus, power vacuums are available to clean the interior. Show your vehicle some love today at the all-new car wash at Cars Plus in Mighty. Open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
Howdy, folks. Nobody loves a Guam potluck more than I do. That's why I always bring my world-famous chicken, served any way you like it. Original recipe, extra crispy tenders, Kentucky Fried Wings, and more. Only at KFC Guam. Whoops. Well, it is finger-looking good.
Now for the latest and upcoming events happening on island.
Let's check in with our Jason Salas, who has today's News Bites.
All right, guys, we got a real hot mic here, and this is News Bites coming to you from the hotspot. We come to you each and every weekday at 11 a.m. on Peacock, YouTube, Facebook, and KUAM TV. Happening around the island today, the office of our Congressman, Jim Moylan, is inviting you and I, the public, to a second town hall meeting at the Tamuning Senior Citizen Center on the 13th from 6 to 8 to discuss public safety and updates from his office in the nation's capital. Also, you want to save the date for the 16th of this month from 1 to 5 in the afternoon because the 14th Annual Autism Awareness Fair will be held at the Micronesia Mall's Center Court, of course, in Dedido. The Sanchez Sharks, the Silver and Black, my school, our honor choirs, La Voce is inviting everyone to our annual spring concert, A Million Dreams, on Saturday the 22nd at the school's cafeteria in Jigo. Doors open at 6:30 in the afternoon and the show starts at 7. Tickets are just $10 at the door. Go Sharks! Good job by all of those young musicians there up in the north. And the faculty and students of the Criminal Justice Capstone of the School of Business and Public Administration at UOG have scheduled their forum with officials from Guam's law enforcement agencies. Dubbed Guam's Illegal Immigration Issue, Addressing Immigration Crimes as a U.S. Territory, the forum will be held on April 20th at 11 a.m. in the School of Business and Public Administration. Once again, that's at room 129. We are on the hotspot, so please make sure to check us out right before lunchtime. We bring you everything that's happening on Guam. Now, back to the show.
It's birthday wishes time.
Let's see what you all shared on KUAM.com. Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts.
April the 12th falls in the middle of the week in 2023, everybody, so that means we're halfway to the weekend, and happy birthday to Kaya Rose Salas. Happy birthday number 18, and we love you so much. We're probably related, so from my family to yours, happy birthday from your three sissies, Dad, and Auntie Ashley, and the entire family. And belated birthday wishes going out to Paul Zanon, who celebrates birthday number 60 this year. Happy birthday, blessings. Wishing you a lifetime of blessings and good health. Your family says we love you, and we hope you have a fantastic day.
And that's our primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. For more news, we've got you covered on KUAM.com, on social media at KUAM News, and now on Peacock. Stay safe and have a great night.
Good night.
KUAM News Hotspot is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. Hafide and good morning, everyone. If you're watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Peacock, or on KUAM TV8, I'm Jason Salas. Welcome to an extra special edition of Hotspot today. We are coming to you live from beautiful Maitea on a very sunny day. We are celebrating outstanding island educators today, and welcome to KUAM's extended live presentation of the Guam Department of Education Teacher of the Year Award. We would like to extend a warm welcome in today's press conference to all of the outstanding island educators present today, the administrators, the teachers, the faculty, and the supporters. We would like to, ladies and gentlemen, recognize at this time the acting superintendent of the Guam Department of Education, Dr. Judy Wonpat is with us. Good morning, Doc. Also joining us, GDOE Deputy Superintendent Erica Cruz. This wasn't too far over there from Keegan. Joe Sanchez will be joining us momentarily. Of course, he is the Deputy Superintendent as well. We would also welcome the board members. Please wave from the Foundation for Public Education, one of the partners who helped make this annual award. Very, very wonderful. And to all of you watching live once again on YouTube, Peacock, and Facebook, wherever you are in the world, Hapaday from Guam. We hope you enjoy this celebration. Oh yes, also, my forgiveness, Uncle Peter. Peter Alexis Sada, of course, one of the board members. How could I make? I was saving you for last, Uncle Peter, of course, as we should. We would also like to thank the generous sponsors for the Teacher of the Year virtual celebration. All of the corporate partners that made, once again, this annual event a possibility. Thank you very, very much. And at this time, I would like to introduce a very dear friend of mine, the wonderful Maria Leon Guerrero, who will have some opening remarks. Good morning, Maria. Happy day.
Thank you, Jason. So as Jason mentioned, I'm the chairwoman for the Foundation for Public Education, and we are a private nonprofit organization which works to ensure a bright future for our children and our community by supporting Guam's public schools. We have been, sponsoring the Teacher of the Year initiative since 2013 or 14. So it's been quite a while. We're coming up on a decade now, and we are so excited to keep this important initiative going. The 2024 Guam Teacher of the Year, along with all of the finalists, will be honored at a virtual celebration that is going to be on Sunday, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. on KUAM Channel 8 and KUAM Facebook Live. We are very excited to bring together our business and education communities to celebrate the dedication of these amazing teachers. And our program would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. And I would like to, they will introduce themselves tonight, but these three companies, our presenting sponsors, Cars Plus, KUAM, and Bank of Guam, have committed a donation valued at $10,000 or greater, which again shows a very strong commitment to public education on our island. I'd like to give them each a little bit of time to say a few words. And I'll start us off since I'll take off my foundation hat, put on my Bank of Guam hat. So I'm representing Bank of Guam. And education was a cause that was near and dear to our founder's heart. It continues to be one of our priorities. And we believe that education really is the foundation for economic development. And behind that is really the people, and more specifically the teachers. So we are so excited to keep supporting all of you in the amazing work that you're doing. It's so important, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Good luck to all of you today, and I'm very excited to see who progresses to the next level. Congratulations.
Buenas and Hapaday. I'm Jennifer Camacho, the Senior Vice President of Cars Plus, and I can say together with KUAM, together with Bank of Guam, I believe we're going on 9 years in a row. 9 years of supporting this Teacher of the Year program, which we couldn't be more proud to be a part of. My mother, Joyce Crisostomo, who I wish she was here today, she has been one of the founding members of the Public Foundation for Education, which helps put this program together. And we've seen nothing but positive outcomes. And really, it's just the best way to recognize our teachers in the public education world. And if you look to your left, you will see, once again, we're really excited to, present this 2023 Hyundai Kona to the winner on May 7th. And so, from the bottom of our hearts, we congratulate all of you, the nominees. Just being a nominee, I think, means so much. It says so much about you. Because as Dr. Benji will get into the details of how you are even nominated, it's a long and lengthy, very difficult process. So congratulations to all the nominees. Well deserved, and best of luck.
Happy day, everyone. I am Marie Cavalmonge, and I am the CEO of KUAM Communications. We are once again so proud and honored to be a part of this program along with Cars Plus and Bank of Guam, and to celebrate the accomplishments of our outstanding teachers and nominees, and inspire current and future educators as well. In the media, we often learn about students doing amazing things, winning national contests and recognition for STEM events, the arts, speech and debate, or receiving scholarships to universities. Many of these students accomplish so much in their academic careers and then go beyond to achieve things in their professional careers as well. Well, I'd like to say, in just witnessing that, your encouragement, your guidance, your cultivation of confidence, your inspiring words and lessons have all contributed to these successes. Their achievements are your achievements too. Whether you help spark an idea, encourage your students to keep going and not give up, encourage them to achieve something that maybe was unrecognized, recognizing a gift in them, or help them overcome something difficult and overwhelming. You are all deserving of this honor for doing what you do best, and we need you so much. We need teachers like you in our community, in our schools. So we once again celebrate you all, and we look forward to bestowing this great honor upon a truly deserving individual. And as with years before, as Maria mentioned, on May 7th, we're putting together a television special to just celebrate all that you do and to showcase how special you are. And hopefully, you know, it's going to be on demand as well. And so we can go back to it and celebrate you throughout the year, because you are all very deserving of this honor.
Ladies, thank you very much for those inspiring words. I would like to now give the microphone, very deserved, to another outstanding, and I think I may have to actually ask Deputy Superintendent Erica Cruz if she might join me a little bit more central here, as she will introduce us now to the 12 semifinalists. I also want to know who brought the apple today.
Can she use it? Do I use this mic or this? Oh, okay, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Deputy Superintendent Erica Cruz.
Good morning, everyone. So there's 12 semifinalists that I will be announcing. The first one is from George Washington High School. She teaches beginning chorus and honor chorus. She's an active member of the local music scene, and many of you may have had the honor of watching her performances in our community. Semifinalist, Mrs. Joy James Atta. Our second semifinalist, from John F. Kennedy High School. She has been teaching for 35 years. Ooh. Currently, she teaches honors physics, robotics, honors pre-engineering for 10th through 12th grade students. She's a member of the Society for Science and the Society of American Engineers. Semifinalist, Ms. Colette G. Beausoleil. From George Washington High School, she's been teaching for over 17 years. Currently, she teaches 10th grade honors English, applied communications, creative writing, and health, and she has the most nominations in the history of the Guam Teacher of the Year program. Semifinalist, Ms. Nicole Jolene Borja. From League One Elementary School, he currently teaches 3rd grade and has been teaching for 11 years. He is a member of the American Federation of Teachers, and since 2019, he's been involved with the University of Guam Press to develop and write locally and regionally relevant social studies textbooks and accompanying resources that will be used in our elementary school. Semifinalist, Dr. Aldrin J. Cahigo. Our 5th semifinalist, from Manuel U. I'm sorry, I'm so used to saying M.U. Lujan Elementary School. So from Manuel U. Lujan Elementary School, this semifinalist has been teaching for 25 years. She teaches kindergarten. She's an Aspire coordinator who uses Ames Web data to analyze what skills the students need the most. Using the results of the data, she directs Aspire teachers to support the students with a meaningful focus on reading and math. Semifinalist, Ms. Arlene Barbara Cruz. Our sixth semifinalist, from Maria A. Ujoa Elementary School. She's been teaching for 11 years, and she's currently teaching English as a second language for multiple grade levels. She is a member of the American Federation of Teachers and the Guam International Literacy Association. She is a co-author for a project with the University of Guam's Press to develop place-based education in the area of social studies for our elementary students. Semifinalist, Ms. Natasha Palomo Cruz. Our seventh semifinalist, almost there, from Finnegadson Elementary School. This semifinalist has been teaching for 20 years. She teaches 5th grade and has a passion for teaching mathematics with a focus on precision, logic, and order. She secured a 3-year grant from ASCD Whole Child Network and serves as a mentor teacher at her school. Semifinalist, Mrs. Jennifer Jose Molina. Number 8, also from Finnegadson Elementary School. She's been teaching for over 5 years, and she teaches kindergarten. She capitalizes on the curious nature of our young students by strategically using popular children's literature and expanding her lessons through virtual field trips. She fosters a culture of trust and acceptance in the classroom, which empowers her students to use their voices and be heard. Our semifinalist, Ms. Maria Patricia. Our 9th semifinalist, and the name of the school just changed recently, from Inalahan Middle School. This semifinalist has been teaching for 5 years. She teaches 7th and 8th grade language arts, and along with her team, she initiated the implementation of Chai-Fi Day. Chai-Fi Day is celebrated every quarter to reward students' positive behavior and to promote emphasis on academics. Semifinalist, Ms. Juliana B.C. Rivera. Our 10th semifinalist from J.P. Torres Success Academy. This semifinalist has been teaching for 17 years. She teaches multiple subjects with emphasis on graduation requirements. She has membership in Nearpod, ISTE, Schoology, National Board for Professional Teaching Standards, and Teacher Vision. Semifinalist, Ms. Teresa Calvo Sakiset. Another semifinalist, this is number 11, another semifinalist who hails from Maria A. Ujoa Elementary School, has been teaching for 14 years. She currently teaches 1st grade and is a member of the American Federation of Teachers. She has a passion for social studies relative to good citizenship. She is a part of the Social Studies Textbook Development Project for elementary school students in Guam with the University of Guam Press. Semifinalist, Ms. Jonalyn Lizama San-Nicolas. Last but not least, from George Washington High School, this teacher has been teaching Chamorro language and Chamorro traditional arts for the past 7 years. He is committed to bridging cultural gaps, promoting understanding across backgrounds, and providing a space for learning and expression of identity through performance-based learning. Our final semifinalist is Luke Jared M. Tatalta.
Thank you you so much, Erica. And now we would like to call upon Dr. Wanpat, who will introduce us to our reigning Teacher of the Year. Doctor, if you would.
Less than half a day.
Half a day.
It is my honor to introduce our reigning 2023 Guam Teacher of the Year. She is not able to join us today because she is off island with her family, but we do have a recording of her address for today, which will be played for all of you. But before that, please allow me to tell you a little bit about our reigning Teacher of the Year. She is a 4th grade teacher at Talafofo Elementary School, where she particularly enjoys teaching robotics to her students. She has been teaching with the Department of Education for 17 years. She has a master's degree in administration and supervision and another master's degree in reading from the University of Guam. She frequently collaborates with fellow teachers, staff, students, parents, and community members in hopes to continue to create a strong foundation for our educational system and to ensure that every child has a chance to succeed in all aspects of their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our 2023 Guam Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Stephanie Concepcion. We will now play a recorded message from Ms. Concepcion.
Buenas and half a day. My name is Mrs. Stephanie Camacho Concepcion. I'm the Guam State Teacher of the Year 2023. My reign will be handed to the G-Toy in February 2024. I'm currently off island with my family for medical purposes, and I'm so sorry I couldn't be there today. I am very excited for all of you and know how you are feeling in this exact moment. Please know and understand that no matter what the outcome is today, that you are well respected, loved, and cared for all that you do daily for our children's education. 6 of you will go on to one last opportunity to demonstrate your readiness and skills for the national arena. 6 of you will go back to your schools and your family and have mixed emotions about what you could have done differently throughout this process. But please know that your students, your families, all who loved you and are incredibly proud of you the way I am for even participating in this process. I will be headed to Washington Week as my responsibilities and duties as your G-Toy. And I would like to thank the Foundation of Public Education for sponsoring the whole trip. As a mother, wife, and teacher, I am proud and humbled about our community celebrating teachers the way they do.
Now I give you our 2021-2022 Guam Teacher of the Year, Dr. Benji Santiago, who will explain the Guam Teacher of the Year program.
I wore a coat today because it really says I have to give a high-level description, okay? It says here verbatim. Okay, so okay, that's me, right? This is me? Okay, just making sure. So the National Teacher, you guys thought you were nervous. The National Teacher of the Year program began in 1952. Take a deep breath. Long message warning, okay? And it continues as the oldest, most prestigious national honors program that focuses public attention on excellence in teaching. The National Teacher of the Year is chosen from among the State Teachers of the Year by a national selection committee representing the major national education organizations. I think we sit with about 64 other State Teachers of the Year. Each April, the National Teacher of the Year is introduced to the American people by the President of the United States. And I think Stephanie is going to be anticipating that trip soon. Let's talk about the nominations. Who had the most nominations? Let's give Nicole a round of applause. Nice. Come on, Dr. B. High-level description. High-level. Okay. Anyone from the community can nominate a teacher. A candidate must be an exceptionally dedicated, knowledgeable, and skilled teacher from any state-approved or accredited school. The candidate must be a certified teacher who works with the department for at least 5 years. Should inspire students from all backgrounds and abilities to learn. Has the respect and admiration of students, parents, and colleagues, and I'm sure you do. You play an active role and a meaningful role in that, in the community as well as in the school environment. You demonstrate poise, you articulate, and you possess the energy to withstand a taxing schedule. Oh boy, do you, huh? You must have the endorsement of your principal, and they're back here. Did you give your principals a round of applause? Okay, I need to do this right because Dr. Wanpat is following the script, and if I go off script, she might slap me. Okay? The Teacher of the Year judging. Guam has a unique way of selecting the panel of judges. The judges are Guam Teacher of the Year awardees, which means all of your judges have a complete understanding about the process and what is expected for a representative at this national level. We thank our 2024 Guam Teacher of the Year judges for all of their hard work and the extra time they put into contributing to this selection. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to recognize these wonderful judges. She's the 2018 Guam Teacher of the Year. She's the Assistant Principal of Maria Ujoa Elementary School. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Mabel Oncanco. He's also the reason why I wore a coat today. He is the 2008 Guam Teacher of the Year from Simon Sanchez High School. Introducing Mr. Dr. Ron Carlos. I give you 2 titles, sir, Mr. and Doctor. Okay? This last judge, oh, it's me, the 2021 and 2022 Guam Teacher of the Year. Yours truly, Dr. B from Agana Johnson. All right, so a high-level description. Application review. Let's not talk about this. We know how was the application. How was the application? Was it tough? It was a tough one. 5 grueling questions. Did you figure out which picture you needed to submit? Yeah? You went and you found the best one. I'm sure you did. We all went through that process, right? But I have to tell you, when we reviewed the application, everything was redacted, right? So we didn't know who you were. So we read about your experiences, the 5 answers you had for those questions. And the goal of this activity was to determine which of the applicants will become one of the 12 semifinalists. Ta-da! Here you are. Congratulations. Yeah, semifinalists. The interview. Why? Why all those sighs? The second part of the process was the interview. Each semifinalist had how many minutes? 20 minutes. You had 20 minutes with the wonderful judges to answer 10 questions. These questions were developed by the judges. The goal of this process was to determine which of the semifinalists will advance as one of the 6 finalists. I know your hearts are beating out of your chest. We will find that out in just a few minutes. Those with the highest composite scores from both the application process and the interview process advance to the finalist round. Those of you who are announced as the finalists move on to the on-site observation. This is the 3rd stage, right? The finalist round is the on-site observation where 6 finalists will have the opportunity to demonstrate their skills in the classroom at their respective school site. Lesson plans will be provided to each judge upon arrival, right, from you. The goal of this process is to determine which of the finalists will become the 2024 Guam Teacher of the Year. And when you go to your Washington week, you will be known as the Guam State Teacher of the Year. So you should start ingraining that in your bodies, in your minds. You are going to be known as the Guam State Teacher of the Year, and that's the icebreaker. What is your name? I am so-and-so, and I am the 2024 Guam State Teacher of the Year. Doesn't that sound good? Yeah, it's going to be one of you. So on behalf of the Acting Superintendent, the Foundation for Public Education, and the Guam Teacher of the Year Committee, we hope you all enjoyed today's event. Take lots of pictures. Because I have to tell you, I was the Teacher of the Year that had everything done in front of a screen. So the selection from the semi-finalist selections to the announcement of the finalists, and then the 2021-2022 Guam State Teacher of the Year was all in front of a screen. I didn't have this wonderful experience. Enjoy it. Take lots of pictures because you deserve it. Sidhu Swasi, and congratulations, everybody. Thank you.
Dr. B. And now I would ask our wonderful ladies from the Foundation for Public Education, Marie, Jen, and Maria, to now announce the 6 finalists for the Teacher of the Year.
Can you open the envelope, please? I've always wanted to do that.
The music teachers can do the drum roll.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna announce 2, 2, and 2. So the first 2 finalists are Luke Jared Tatauta from George Washington High School. And Dr. Aldrin J. Kajalal from
Okay, next on the list, congratulations, Miss Colette Bussolero. And also extremely exciting, congratulations, Mrs. Joy James Ada.
Final 2 on the list are Miss Jonalyn St. Nicholas from Maria Ujoa Elementary School. Maria Therese Patricio from Pinagazan Elementary.
Ladies, thank you so much. And finalists, please look into the cameras. There are multiple cameras here at the Cars Plus showroom. Congratulations to each and every one of our finalists in particular, but all 12 of our semifinalists, each one of them amazing, outstanding island educators. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. The work continues here. We now head into the final preparations, as Dr. B was saying, and make sure to stay tuned because KUAM will have full coverage of the grand announcement of when the Teacher of the Year is announced. So, for the Foundation for Public Education, for the Guam Department of Education, I'm Jason Salas saying, adios, congratulations to all the finalists. Thank you so much for watching. Viva teachers! Viva education! Well done, everyone. Thank you, everybody.